Hi there YouTube, this is Daniel back at Daniel's Comics with another YouTube video. And this time around I'm gonna make a review of a new series called Oblivion Song, first issue of the series. And it was suggested to me by another YouTuber named Weapon X Squall Comics, I think. I pronounced that correctly. He bought a collector's edition of this first issue with the statue and everything, and that looked really amazing. And we got to talking in the comments of his video, and he asked me if I had picked this up and if I would consider making a review of it. And I thought about it and thought, yeah, why not? I have some thoughts about it as well. And the book is created by Robert Kirkman, writer of the book, and he's the writer of other series called Outcast, Invincible, and The Walking Dead, of course. And Lorenzo De Felici is also a co-creator, but he's the artist of the series. He hasn't really done much comics, not that I can find, before this one. And joining them is Annalisa Leone, doing the coloring for the series. The book, through the first issue, we get a lot of information, and it sets up what is to come, I guess. The book starts at around the 10-year mark of the Oblivion event, as I decided to call it, when about 300,000 people that were living in the city of Philadelphia got trapped in the dimension of Oblivion. It kind of got transferred, where our dimension and the Oblivion dimension crossed with each other, and kind of transferred all the people to this dystopian wasteland full of bizarre monsters. At first the government created this program in going into Oblivion, searching for survivors and bringing them back. But since the early days of that program, the successes of going in there and bringing people back has been dwindling, and after a while the government decided to pull the plug, basically. Stopped the funding of Nathan Cole's endeavors. But he, however, did not give up. Despite his funding being suspended, he makes daily trips, risking his life to try and rescue those left behind and still alive in Oblivion. And traversing this horrific apocalyptic horror landscape, he finds these two humans running for their lives, and he saves them and escapes himself, and gets more determined than ever to find more people and bringing them back to our dimension. And I think his determination is grounded in the hopes of finding one person in particular in Oblivion. And the artwork by Lorenzo De Felici, coupled with Annalisa Leone's coloring, brings a lot of weight and power to the creatures of Oblivion, even though the art style and the coloring are leaning more towards the cartoonish style. It kind of gives the book a sort of energy and cinematic look that it needs. I know that people might have some difficulties with the art style, but I think you can get used to it, even though if you don't like it. But I kind of like it. I kind of get a sort of European vibe to it, so maybe that's why I like it. And there's a lot of detail to the artwork and to the world of Oblivion and to the creatures and everything, which helps bring the whole book alive, basically, and gives me as a reader a reason to come back. I want to see more of it and see more of the survivors and such things. And I find the book a good start to a new series, and I think it promises to be an epic sci-fi action-adventure comic book that has a great cinematic feel to it, with the artwork and how the artwork kind of in some panels zooms in and gives you sort of cinematic feel, basically. And with a leading man, kinda just like an everyday man, everyday Joe. Nathan Cole is seemingly a very intelligent guy with a knack for technology, and he has learned to survive in Oblivion when going back and forth. And we do get bits and pieces of information as we go along this issue that gives us an idea of what drives Nathan and his obsession with going back and forth. And we get also small scenes with the supporting cast to kind of give them some more depth and believability as well, which I like. And overall, Kirkman has created an exciting world to explore, and with over a year's worth of stories done, I think we're about to get a long-running ongoing series that's going to be fast-paced and intriguing, and that's going to lure us back each month, just like Oblivion does with Nathan. And if you haven't picked this up yet, or if you want to pick it up now that issue 2 is about to be released in April the 11th, I think you might be in luck. I think many of the comic shops that picked this up might still have a few issues left, since I think this was in a huge print run for the first issue. So if you're interested after this review, pick it up. It's a fun read, an interesting read at that. So if you picked it up, what is your thoughts, and what do you think is gonna be the future for the series? Let me know in the comment section, and let's have a discussion about it down there. Until next time, have a great week of reading, and see you around. Bye bye everybody.